Good kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Second, cuts to his corner, take the shot, he scores!
First for the visitors from Connellsville. At guard, the 6-foot freshman, number 2, Jaden Miggins. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 4, Jaden McBride. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 5, Anthony Pisecki. At forward, a 6'2" junior, number 12, Case Shearer. And at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 24, Trent Barr. Connellsville's led by head coach, Jelon Miller. And please welcome the starting 5 for Peters Township. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 2, Brendan McCullough. Junior, number 3, Nate Miller. At guard, 6'2", junior, number 14, Cam Mills. At forward, 6'4", senior, number 15, Jake Ziegler. At forward, 6'2", junior, number 45, Jared Mills.
Welcome everyone to AHN Arena on the campus of Peters Township High School for tonight's Section 5A basketball game between Peters Township High School and Connellsville Falcons. Peters Township comes into this game with a 5-1 conference record. Connellsville is coming in with an 0-6 conference record, really struggling this season. Starting 5 for Peters Township will be Ziegler, Dunbar, Mills, Miller, and McCullough. And we're about a few seconds away from tip-off for tonight's game. Ziegler hits the tip back to Miller, and first possession of the game goes to Peters Township. Miller over to McCullough. Looks like Connellsville's going to play a little bit of a match out of a 3-2 zone. The Indians come into this game as one of the highest scoring teams in 5A basketball. Dunbar is going to shoot a 3. Off and no good. McCullough gets the rebound, and that one's no good. Connellsville brings the ball up the floor in transition. We're going to foul on McCullough. Peters Township playing in their standard man-to-man defense. That's something they've been doing all year long. Matching up, playing aggressive, trying to force tempo. That's what's leading to a lot of their scoring is their transition baskets. Backdoor cut, no good. Mills with the rebound, and he's pushing. Comes down the floor, goes down Ziegler over to Miller. McCullough into the lane. Back to Ziegler, he's going to shoot a 3. No good. Connellsville matching up against Peters Township's man-to-man. Miller on the ball. Number 2 has it. Mickens for Connellsville. Good pressure by Miller. Number 5 in the corner is Basicki. Back out to number 24. Dunbar goes for a steal. 24's up. Shoots a 3. Knocks it down for the first field goal of the game. Connellsville three-point attempt was knocked down and good. Mills takes a long 3. His shot's no good. In transition, layup no good. Offensive rebound, Connellsville. Number 2 drives the lane. No good. Dunbar gets the rebound, leading the break. Here come the Indians the other way. Goes to do a Euro step, gets around, and gets fouled as he goes to the basket. He's going to be shooting 2 at the line. The Indians come out a little bit cold. One of their trademarks for the season has been coming out of the gate hot. So far, they've attempted three-point field goals, and none of them have found the bottom of the net yet. So Dunbar is going to shoot 2. See if he can put Peters Township up on the board. First one's up. Looks good. Dunbar gets the first points of the game for Peters Township. And first one he gets, the second one he gets the roll. 3-2 Connellsville. Peters Township full court pressure. Man to man. Looking to double when they have the opportunity. No trap opportunity there. The ball stayed pretty much in the middle of the floor. Number 12 goes to the rim. And it goes. He throws it high up off the glass. Miller's going to draw the foul. When you're going to get hit, you might as well throw it up and take a shot. See what happens. And he just threw that one up. That was a prayer. And it falls. The 5:59 mark, Peters Township makes some subs. Vaccarella's in the game. Aspinwall in the game. And Dylan Donovan, number 25, in the game for Peters Township. That's another constant theme for the season for Peters Township is they have a very, very deep bench. And Coach Herman definitely uses it. Here comes McCullough with that pace. Pushes the ball up to Dunbar. He's going to pull up and take a 15-footer. Nothing but net. That's almost like a transition basket by McCullough. But it was after a made foul shot. The Indians just pushed the ball every opportunity. Connellsville brings the ball up against pressure. It's going to be that's pretty close to an over and back. Number 2 goes to the lane. That's a turnover. Donovan out to Dunbar. He's going in for a layup. He scores. Nice lead pass by Dylan Donovan, the freshman. And here comes Connellsville the other way. Number 12 is going to go in for a layup and score. Connellsville with an early 8-6 lead. Dunbar going for the drive from the left corner. Got a foul on number 12, it looks like. Yes, number 12, hand check. Peters Township basketball underneath the basket. 5:16 mark, Connellsville 8, Peters Township 6. 2 team fouls apiece. Brendan McCullough, ball fake, pulls up for a 15-footer, no good. Connellsville secures the rebound. Again, Peters Township picking up man-to-man. Vaccarella looks to put some pressure on the ball. Kicks to the corner, number 4 takes a 3, no good. McCullough with a rebound. And he goes all the way and scores. Coast to coast for McCullough. That's a travel. McCullough puts some pressure on the ball, forced that turnover. And substitutes again for Peters Township. Miller back in the game, and number 23, Nick McCullough in the game. Younger brother Brendan. Sophomore, 6'1". Having a fine sophomore season. Donovan's 25. He's a freshman. Over to Miller, a junior. Vaccarella's in the game as a sophomore. Aspinwall, number 5, a junior, so a lot of underclassmen on the floor. That's a turnover. He leaks out. Number 1 is going to score a layup. It's a costly turnover by Aspinwall. Donovan goes to drive. He gets bumped by number 1. We're going to have a block. It's going to be Peters Township basketball on the sideline. Donovan's going to key it in. And to Miller. Connellsville has an early 10-8 lead here in the first quarter at the 4:17 mark. Nick McCullough reverses the ball to Donovan. Fine shooter from 3. In and out, no good. Peters Township cold from 3 to start this game. Number 4 looking to drive on Nick McCullough. Kicks it to number 5, Pisecki. He launches a 3. Knocks it down. Miller running the show here for Peters Township. Donovan has it back to Miller. Looks like they're matching out of a 1-2-2 zone, 3-2 zone, trying to slow the penetration down to the Indians. So far it's been good. Indians cold from outside. Doing anything they can to slow down this potent offense. Indians come into this game averaging over the course of the season 72 points a game. Miller a deep 3, no good. Vaccarella gets the rebound. Nice pass by Nate Miller. Wow, that's sweet. Excellent job. Vaccarella gets 2. Or that was Aspinwall, I believe. Looks like we got a foul, I believe. Not sure what was called there. Maybe just knocked out of bounds. I think it's going to be the Falcons' ball underneath their own basket. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a shooting foul. Number 5 is at the foul line. Anthony Pasecki, 6'1", for Connellsville. He's got 2. First one's up, no good. And again, here we have some more substitutions. It looks like the Indians now have the starting lineup back out on the floor with Mills, Dunbar, Jake Ziegler, Nate Miller, and Brendan McCullough. Second foul shot's up. It rolls around and no good. Dunbar gets the rebound. Indians looking to push the ball. Dunbar up over to Miller. Again, Connellsville in that 3-2 zone, a little bit flat, forcing the Indians to shoot from outside. So far, it's been somewhat effective. Dunbar looks to pull up from 15. He loves that pull-up jumper. You don't see many young players having that ability to stop on a dime and elevate and score. There's the trap. Got out of the trap. They advance the ball down the floor. Mickens, number 5, let's go 3. No good. Dunbar with another rebound. Looking to advance the ball over to Brendan McCullough. He slows it down, kicks it back to Miller. Dunbar is going to launch a deep 3. Nothing but net. Dunbar heating up for the Indians. He's got 11 of the 15 points for the Indians. McCullough putting pressure on the ball. Goes to the rim, and he scores. Number 2, Mickens. It's a nice drive. Mills penetrates. Ball's deflected. Brendan McCullough pulls up, 18-footer, nothing but net. Another nice pull up there. Good ball fake, one hard dribble inside the three-point line. About an 18-footer, give or take. Knocked it down. Connellsville's handling this pressure surprisingly well early in the game. We're going to get a foul on Miller, shooting 2 here. Number 1's going to go to the line, Mickens. Give up baseline, a little pull-up jumper, hit him on the shot. He's going to get 2. Mickens at the line, will get shooting 2. First one's up, nothing but net. Donovan back in the game for Peters Township. Second foul shot here by Mickens. It's up and no good. Dunbar clears the boards. Ball. Brendan McCullough is going to launch a 3. Nothing but net. We got a looks like we got a 30-second timeout called by Connellsville coach. 30-second timeout. So at the 1:24 mark, Peters Township 20, Connellsville 16. Not really surprised by the 20 points scored by Peters Township. They've been a high-scoring team all year long. What is a little bit surprising is Connellsville hanging with them so far. Connellsville coming into this game winless for the season. Their record is 0-18. They've had trouble scoring. They're only averaging about 36 points a game, but here they are at the 1:24 mark of the first quarter. They got 16 already. I'm sure the coaching staff for Peters Township not overly happy with how easily they're getting to the rim and getting some of their shots. So far for the Indians, of their 20 points, 18 of them have been scored by 2 players. Jack Dunbar has 11 and Brendan McCullough has 7. So at least at this point in the game, it's a good thing those 2 showed up tonight. It's going to be Connellsville basketball on the near sideline, keying it in. Number 24, Trent Haar for Connellsville. And he threw it right to Jack Dunbar. Nice pass, and McCullough's going to get an easy 2. Assist to Dunbar. Don't get any easier than that one. Number 1 coming down, Mickens coming down. That looked like a travel, and it was. Got to use the jump stop there. A little bit of pressure causing that turnover, and again, more substitutions. I'm not so sure how Coach Ehrman keeps track of how he's putting kids in the game, but he rotates a lot. Donovan's on the floor with Miller, Aspinwall, Vaccarella, and Nick McCullough to finish out the last 108 of this quarter. Nick McCullough kicks it into Vaccarella. Nice high-low pass. Actually, low-high pass. Donovan puts it up, misses it. That was a good pass by Mickey. Dylan had a little trouble handling at the start and didn't get off a very good shot attempt there. Good look inside for the pass. Aspinwall going for the steal. Looks like the Indians have picked it up defensively a little bit. Nice drive by number 5, Pasecki. Anthony Pasecki. He's gone to the hole strong a couple times, finishing. 22-16, Indian lead. Miller has the ball out top over to Dylan Donovan. He thought about it. Miller reverses the ball. Aspinwall underneath the Vaccarella, back out to Miller. Reverse to Nick. And Donovan's going to launch that three. No good. Nick McCullough, strong rebound. Oh, he got fouled. If he would have put it up off the glass, he would have got 2, but he passed it out, so it's going to be a foul and Indians ball. So that's team foul number 4 on Connellsville. Peters Township also has 4 team fouls. Miller bringing the ball in underneath the basket for Peters Township at the 15-second mark of the first quarter. Donovan back out to Aspinwall. Going to roll it around to Nick McCullough. Miller's going to take it back out on top. Under 10 to go here in the first quarter. Miller's going to penetrate and go right down the lane. He's going to get fouled. Shot won't go, but he's going to get 2. Nate being aggressive. There was a gap in that zone, and he penetrated the gap, went right down the lane, got fouled. Fouls by number 13 for the Connellsville Falcons. So Miller's going to get 2 here. Nate's a very fine foul shooter. Junior, 6'1". First one's nothing but net. And substitute. Oh, no substitute. I'm sorry. Looks like there's a Connellsville player going to the locker room. Oh, stand corrected. Not sure where. Yes, he is. He's going to the locker room. Number 3, Miller drops in a second one. 24-18, first quarter. Under 5, 3, 2. He gets it off in time, but no good. So an interesting first quarter. Peters Township 24. Connellsville 18. Again, a little bit surprising that Connellsville has been able to get to the rim as easily as they have. On the season, they're averaging 35 points, 36 points a game. They've got 18 after 8 minutes. Indians putting up their customary high-scoring offense that they have. They've got 24. Again, led by Dunbar and McCullough in that first quarter. Looked like about the last 2 to 2.5 minutes of the first quarter, the Indians picked it up defensively a little bit. I got a couple steals, got a couple easy baskets. Still struggling from the three-point line. Looks like they got my unofficial statistics here. We got 2 threes, one by Dunbar, one by Brendan McCullough. And let me see how many attempts we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 or more attempts. So 2 for 8 for three-point line. As customary, they're getting a lot of looks inside the paint as well. Some layups, some offensive rebound putbacks. So offensively very efficient. Maybe not as efficient from the three-point line as they normally are. But defensively, I think the coach staff, I'm sure, talked to them after that first quarter to tighten it up a little bit defensively, not let Connellsville get to the rim so easily. Other than that, again, the Indians playing the way they played all year, fast, up and down the floor, a lot of offensive possessions, pretty good offensive efficiency, and scoring some points. Connellsville brings the ball in to begin the second quarter. Double team, Nick McCullough and Brendan McCullough, the brothers at it right there. Long pass released, stole by Miller, but given right back to Connellsville. Throws a high pass, corralled by number 5. Number 1 penetrates into the lane. Number 2 has it now. That's Mickens. That's Jay Mickens has the ball, being guarded by Brendan McCullough. Number 4 now has it. McBride. He's going to be fouled by Brendan McCullough on the penetration. So that'll be team foul number 5 for Peters Township. Ball being taken out underneath the basket for Peters Township. I'm sorry, for Connellsville Falcons. Mickens keying it in. 12 cuts to the basket. Up, another turnover. Miller leading the break. Nice lead. Oh. Aspinwall doesn't finish, but he gets the steal back, throws it back to McCullough, and he scores. So we had a missed opportunity. But Aspinwall did the right thing. He battled, and he got the offensive rebound, and he put it back right to McCullough, who scored. Number 1 over to number 12, and he's going to get a layup attempt. Again, the Connellsville Falcons not having a whole lot of trouble with that pressure. They're advancing the ball down the floor pretty quick. Nick McCullough might have got away with one there. Nice low. Vaccarella with the offensive rebound. Nate Miller, no good. Indians getting multiple offensive possessions here with some offensive rebound. Brendan McCullough score on the reverse layup. Wow, was that nice. He went airborne from one side of the basket and floated through the air, finished off the glass with a little bit of English, got the roll. Fine play by the senior. Number 2, Brendan McCullough, is going to get a chance for a three-point play here. Peters Township 28-20. See if Brendan can add to the lead. He's sitting on 13 points, now 14, having a fine start to this ball game. A game or two ago against TJ, I believe he probably had his career high of 31. Playing some really good basketball his senior season. Jake Ziegler in the game, putting some pressure on the ball handler. Miller again doing a good job along the baseline. Number 1 pulls up, misses, but number 2 comes in and gets an offensive rebound. Jay Mickens cleans up the glass. Dunbar, deep 3, no good. Jack just back in the ball game. And it looks like we got a timeout. Let's see. Peters Township called that timeout. So we have a 30-second timeout. Again, it's got to be about the defensive pressure and some rebounding. As you go through the season and you play a team that you played once already and that you handled rather easily, the mindset might not be to come in and play your A game. I think the Indians might be a little bit flat defensively and on the glass especially. So got to clean that up. I'm sure they'll be fine. Overall on the season, they have a 14-3 record. So having a really fine season. After tonight's game here against Connellsville, they'll play Ringgold again at home. They'll have an away game against Trinity, and they'll finish up section play with a home game against Bethel Park. And then they'll have a non-section game against against Baldwin to wrap up their season. So they have a chance to put one of the better seasons together that we've seen around Peters Township basketball in a while. Jake Ziegler's in the game, deflects that pass. Looks like Dunbar, Ziegler, Vaccarella, Miller, and Brendan McCullough in the ball game right now. Again, Connellsville handling that pressure pretty well. Number 24 has the ball for Connellsville. Har, backdoor cut, and we're going to have a foul on Ziegler. Connellsville's done a pretty good job of keeping the ball away from the sideline areas where Peters Township likes to trap. And they've been releasing the ball to the middle, and they've been finding some cutters, getting some easy looks at the basket. Connellsville basketball. Anthony Mickens has it for Connellsville, being guarded by Miller. Struggles, pulls up in the lane, no good. Miller with a rebound. And McCullough, again, scores at the basket. He's made a living at the basket this year. That extra strength and muscle he put on playing football and a couple extra inches he's grown over the years. And we got another turnover. And there goes Brendan McCullough again for another layup. He's got 4 layups around the basket so far in the second quarter, and we're at the 5:34 mark. Number 2 goes to the basket. Fine block by Jake Ziegler. Looks like the Indians are running here. Miller slows it down. Over to Brendan McCullough. Jake Ziegler, nice pass. What a nice pass by Jake Ziegler. They did a great job against that zone. They penetrated from the corner and had the cut from the foul line area. Ziegler did a fine job finding Vaccarella for that dish. Peters Township extends the lead to 35-22. Connellsville now calls another timeout to see if they can stop the bleeding here a little bit, but Indians went on a little bit of a roll there, playing a little bit better defensively, got a couple turnovers, and again finishing around the basket. Now I got 5 uncontested layups in this quarter alone for the Indians, just off some transition, some turnovers, and some nice penetration against that zone, and a fine dish from Ziegler to Vaccarella. We come back to the floor. Mickey will have a chance for a 3-point play. This is the way we expect the Indians to play. Great job defensively those last couple of possessions, getting those turnovers and turning it into instant offense on the other end. When you're shooting layups in the paint, you shoot a high percentage. We have, count how many field goal attempts we have this half so far. We have 2 3-point field goal attempts that we have not made. I got 7 attempted baskets from inside the lane, and we've made 6. So pretty good field goal percentage from the 2-point line. 0 for 3 from the threes, but when you're running up and down the floor with the number of possessions the Indians are getting and getting easy looks at the basket, that's the reason they're scoring a lot of points. We got 35 here at the 5:18 mark of the second quarter. Vaccarello is going to shoot the and one. Foul shots up and no good. Ziegler gets the rebound and scores. Still putting that full court pressure on. Ziegler got a little deflection but could not come up with the steal. Number 4 passes the ball. Number 12 over to the corner. Number 24 Har. Looked like number 12 was out of bounds there. Yep, touched the baseline. So another turnover for for the Connellsville Falcons. Cam Mills back in the ball game. Looks like we have the Dylan Donovan's on the floor, giving Nate Miller a blow, and we have the front line that started the game. Mills, Ziegler, and Dunbar in the game. Mills launches a 3, no good. Looks like we got a foul. And the foul's going to be on Connellsville, so Ziegler's going to go to the line. We're in the bonus, so he's going to get a 1-on-1. Jake, another one of these players on the Peters Township squad that just is a really good shooter. They are blessed with really good shooting. They've had games where they've had 5 or 6 different players be able to knock down threes. They've had games where they've had 2 to 3, sometimes more players in double figures. They've had multiple players be the leading scorer for a game. They're finding offense from a lot of different places and using their depth. Going to be a hard team to beat once they get into the playoffs, playing baseline to baseline with 10 players. Connellsville handles the pressure, does a nice job. Number 4 pulls up, a little jumper. Pretty good shot. They did a nice job, took their time. And here we go after a made basket. McCullough's pushing. Oh, nice dish. Oh, Jake, he just couldn't handle it. That was a nice pass by Brendan. I don't think Jake was expecting that. Ball knocked out of bounds off Jack Dunbar. It'll be Connellsville basketball. Miller coming back in the game for Brendan McCullough. Aspinwall coming back in the game for Jake Ziegler. McBride bringing it in for the Falcons. Oh, Jack Dunbar gets his hand in the passing lane, and he just goes in and scores. Another one of those easy baskets. That's layup drill time. Dylan Donovan goes for a steal. Does a nice job at ball possession maintained. Dunbar cleans off the glass. Pushes the ball. He's going to pull up. 15-footer. Nothing but net. Indians are starting to pour it on now. We have another 30-second timeout called by Connellsville. They don't have an answer right now. They were able to hang for a little while, but now at the 3:48 mark, Peters Township 43, Connellsville 24. They just do not have an answer. Almost every basket scored in this quarter by Peters Township has been a layup, or right around the basket, except for that pull-up by Jack Dunbar. Dunbar's got 15 so far tonight, joining McCullough with double figures. First time I've really had a chance to watch Jack play as a junior this year. He's getting a lot of minutes, and he can score 3 ways. He can drive and get to the rim. He has a great pull-up jump shot from 15 to 18 feet, and when he's open from 3, he can knock it down from 3 as well. So he's one of those all-around players who can score from all three ways on the basketball floor. Connellsville bringing the ball in bounds. The Falcons a little bit of trouble. Mickens has the ball, being guarded by Miller. Nice job, takes his time. Here comes Aspinwall for the double team. Steps through, nice job. We're going to get a foul on Dunbar. It's going to be a 1-on-1. See who's going to go to the line here for Connellsville. Ben Zavanchik is at the line for Connellsville. And Another player who's been in the rotation, seeing first action so far tonight, number 10, Sean Thelk, in the game for Peters Township. First foul shot's up and no good. Mills clears the boards. Dylan Donovan into the paint to Mills, and I repeat myself, another layup. Connellsville looks to run. We're going to have another turnover. Oh, no. Connellsville gets the ball. Pulls up for a three, no good. Aspinwall clears the boards. Donovan pushing, pulls up from 15. Nothing but net. (47-24). Turnover. Miller looks to run ahead. Oh, he led Aspinwall the wrong way. That was a nice look ahead by Miller. It's one of the things about this Peters Township team. They are very, very, very unselfish. That's why they have so many players getting shot attempts, making baskets, getting on the stat sheet. Different players being leading scorers. They don't really care who scores. They just are very, very unselfish. Connellsville facing the pressure. Turnover. Aspinwall has the ball over to Cam Mills. Donovan's going to launch a three. No good. Down the floor we come. Looks like the ball went out of bounds. Going to be Falcons basketball. So at the 2:33 mark, this quarter's been moving pretty quick. Peters Township 47-24 lead. Falcons basketball underneath the basket. Number 4, keying it in, McBride. And again, another turnover. Donovan has the ball. Nice pass. And another layup. That's a nice dish. Again, unselfish play. He could have took a 12-foot floater, but he gave it up. One more extra pass for a better shot. It's been the theme here this second quarter. Number 3 goes in, loses the ball. Donovan turns it over. Euro step, number 4 can't finish. And there's going to be a foul on Anthony Mickens over the back of Dylan Donovan. He's going to shoot 1-on-1. So the freshman Donovan will be at the line with a 1-on-1. Looks like Nick McCullough's checked in along with Vaccarella on the floor with Aspinwall, Donovan, and Brendan McCullough. So the brothers are on the floor together. Donovan misses the foul shot. Blue ball, yes. He called it right, he just pointed it wrong. Ball was off of Peters Township. It's going to be Falcons basketball. Indians still in their full court pressure. Mickens has the ball, being guarded by McCullough, number 2 on number 2. Does a nice job. And turns it right over, back to Nick McCullough. And he scores on a layup. And again, turnover. It'll be Indians basketball underneath their own basket. 138 mark, Peters Township 51. Connellsville 24. Indians have really poured it on here. Vaccarella just comes in and scores off a simple inbounds play. Gets the layup, and he's going to get an and one. Indians doing no wrong here. Jake Ziegler checks in for Aspinwall, Thomas Aspinwall. So Dylan Donovan's on the floor with Brendan McCullough, Nick McCullough, Mickey Vaccarella, and Jake Ziegler. 44, sophomore at the line. Shots up. No good. Falcons get the rebound. Johnson has the ball. Number 3 is going to go in and score a layup. Reciu, number Brendan McCullough over to Dylan Donovan. This is one of the few times where we've actually had Connellsville in a half-court defense, but it doesn't matter. McCullough knocks down a 3. He's got 21 in the first half. Shooting percentage is off the charts here in the second quarter. Keaton to number 12. Boys to double team. Number 13 back to 12. Going to beat that count, and they do. Indians still playing really aggressive. Number 3 goes to the rim. Misses. Nick McCullough with the rebound. Looks ahead for Jake Ziegler. Over to Brendan McCullough. Extra pass to Donovan for his 3. As I said before, Brendan had one in the corner, but he gave up a good look at the basket for a better look by Donovan, and he knocked down the 3. Assist to McCullough. Number 3 puts one up, and it's good. Knocks down a 3. Rousseau. 59-29, 13 seconds to go in the second quarter. Donovan's going to launch a 3. No good. Tapped out. Nope. And at the end of the first half, Peters Township 59, Connellsville 29. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the start of the third quarter. All right, we're just about ready for the tip-off of the third quarter here. As we go to the third quarter, Peters Township has a 59-29 lead. Just was looking at my unofficial stats here during halftime, and an amazing statistic here is, again, these are unofficial, but I have the Indians taking 26 two-point field goal attempts and making 21, which is about 80%. They were 4 for 10 from three-point line. Didn't really do a whole lot wrong offensively in that first half. When you add up their shot totals, that's 36 shots they've taken, and you only played 16 minutes, so that's over 2 possessions a minute where they're flying up and down the court, getting good looks at the basket and scoring. So we have a 30-point lead as we go into the third quarter. Starting lineup on the floor for the Indians: Mills, McCullough, Miller, Dunbar, Ziegler. And in a half-court defense, Connellsville is in a zone, but Mills penetrates in from the pass from the wing, goes to the basket. He's going to shoot 2. So it'll be interesting to see. I think the mercy rule in the WPIL is a 30-point lead, and we do have a 30-point lead. So the only time the clock will stop is when there is a foul, once the official reports the foul to the bench. Mills' first shot's no good. So I believe that's the case. We'll see as the minutes start to unfold here if there's a running clock or not, but that may very well be the case. Mills attempting his second foul shot. Second one's up, and nothing but net. And the Indians are going to stay in their full-court press. Mickens has the ball, guarded by McCullough. Over to number 4, McBride. Guarded by Ziegler, looking to drive. And we got a turnover. Double dribble. Little question about whether that was double dribble or not by the Connellsville coach, but 31-point game. I'm not so sure that's the time to be arguing a traveling call. But anyway, McCullough from Miller has the ball, looking inside to Ziegler. He's going to turn, kick it to Dunbar in the corner for a 3. Nothing but net. The ball reversal from the high post area was just something you look to get against the zone, and they did it to perfection that time. The intensity, a little bit of fire that Connellsville had in that first quarter has been put out, and they are very flat defensively even in that zone. And whether it's a tempo up and down the floor where Peters Township's attacking the rim or against that zone half court, Connellsville is just really struggling to get stops, and now they're having trouble getting the ball up the floor. And number 24, Trent Haar, steps on the baseline. So a turnover again by by Connellsville Falcons. Miller will bring in the ball in bounds for Peters Township. Alley-oop to Dunbar. Can't finish. Number 12 with the rebound. Pushing the ball up the floor. Nice pass. Looks like we got a foul. I'm not sure what do we got here. Looks like we got a foul. Okay, fouls on Brendan McCullough. Falcons basketball underneath their own basket. McBride has it, trying to penetrate against McCullough. Can't get anywhere. 3 takes a 3 and no good. Ziegler and Mills fight for it, but Mills comes away with it. Up to Dunbar. There's that 15-foot pull-up. Might have been a lot of 12-footer, but regardless, there's that pull-up, and he just knocks him down, shot after shot. So Dunbar has 20. McCullough has 21. Those two have had fine seasons scoring the basketball for the Indians. And a turnover. Dunbar's going to go in. Oh, again, unselfish, but that time he should have went to the hole. We're going to pick up a foul, I think. You know, that's that unselfishness where Jack went in and was going to give a look to Brendan for a layup, but the defender really kind of was letting him go. And all he had to do was go up with his left-handed finish. But, you know, again, it's an unselfish mistake, and as a coaches, I'm sure that they're not going to be too disappointed with that kind of play. And the clock continues to run with the 4:40 mark, and we're going to get another turnover. Miller over to Dunbar, layup, score. And McBride goes in and scores, fouled by McCullough. So McBride's going to go to the line for the and one. 4:18 mark. 67-31. Peters Township. Foul shots up and good. And we're going to have 5 new players coming into the game for Peters Township. Sean Thelk, Dylan Donovan, Thomas Aspinwall, Mickey Vaccarella, and Nick McCullough now on the floor. Donovan with the ball. Over to Thelk against this 3-2 zone. Has a lot of holes in it. Aspinwall to McCullough in the high post. Reverses it. A little bit out of the reach of Dylan Donovan that time. Right idea. Into the post to reverse it. They were getting some of that high-low action on that reversal and looking for the 3 from the opposite side. So I'm sure they'll execute it the next time. Mickens bringing the ball up against Nick McCullough. Here comes Donovan for the double team. Releases it. Deep 3, no good. Donovan with the rebound. Here come the Indians looking to run. Nick to Sean Thelk. No good. Vaccarella, offensive putback. 12 goes to the rim, and he's going to draw the foul on Vaccarella. So with a stoppage here of the clock at 3:13 into the third quarter, 69-32. Peters Township definitely in control. Foul shot number 12. Case Sayer, 6'2". Ben Zavachin into the game for the Falcons. Second shot. It's up. Nice rotation. Good release. Good foul shot. And number 34 in the game, Gino Farrell. Donovan brings the ball up the floor for Peters Township over to Thelk. Just looking to find gaps against this zone. McCullough flashes the high post from the opposite wing. Donovan on top, looking to penetrate. Sean Thelk reverses the ball over to Thomas Aspinwall. Penetrates, drives. Nice little floater, gets his own off. Vaccarella cleans up the garbage underneath, gets another little easy putback. Aspinwall made a fine drive to the basket, just couldn't get it to fall, and Vaccarella was there for the offensive rebound and putback. Cleaning up the glass. Yep, 34 was out of bounds. Just into the game, Gino Farrell. Got to know where you're at on the floor. Thelk brings the ball in. Donovan. Too long of a pass. Just number 4 for Connellsville gets his hand in the passing lane and knocks the ball out of bounds. Another sub for Connellsville, number 1, back into the game, Anthony Mickens. Thelk to McCullough. Looks to drive. Nice bounce pass to Thelk out to Aspinwall. Looking to rotate. Nope, wasn't there. Donovan has it. Over to Sean Thelk. Being a little more patient here. Nick McCullough, no sense hurrying. They're going to play a zone. Up this big. Nice little pull up. Hits far iron off the rim. Connellsville brings the ball up the floor. Mickens goes to the rim. Little jump stop, pull up, no good. McCullough with the rebound to Aspinwall. He's going to go coast in. A little resistance there, so Aspinwall gets a layup at the bat, right at the rim. Trying to get the double team right there. Aspinwall and Donovan. Thelk. Ooh, good job by Sean Thelk, but he had his foot on the sideline. He read that pretty well. We had a good double team along the sideline. Good rotation by Sean, getting his hand in the passing lane, but just happened to step out of bounds as he was trying to deflect it back in bounds. Falcons inbound. Indians in that same man-to-man defense they've been in all year long. Number 2 penetrates off glass. Nice shot. Jay Mickens. Good shot. Nick McCullough. Aspinwall from deep. No good. Mickens gets the rebound. Turns it over. Whoa, nice pass. Oh, Vaccarella couldn't finish. That was a nice pass by Dylan Donovan behind the back. Turnover, Falcons. Here comes Donovan again. Nice pass again. Vaccarella goes from right side to left side, a little layup. Unselfish play by Donovan. Mickens has the ball. Beat goes. Shot up, no good. Rebound, no good. So that'll end the third quarter. Indians 75, Connellsville 35. Had a 30-point lead at halftime, and they've extended it to 40. Connellsville just is no match for the Indians. Again, they're having a tough season. Connellsville 0-6 in section play, 0-18 overall. It's got to be hard for these kids to put the shoes on every game when they know they're going to struggle, but they are here. They did not make the drive, and we're going to play one more quarter. The clock will continue to run. I'm quite sure we'll see a little bit more of that bench, too, from Peters Township. There's a few more players over there who have not gotten in yet. Some of the freshmen on the roster this year who were brought up. Jaden Greco. I would expect him to get in and see some time. Number 12, Lucas Rost. I would expect him to see some time at some point in this fourth quarter. So coming out to start the fourth quarter is the starting lineup for the Indians. So it's Ziegler, Mills, McCullough, Miller, and Dunbar. And Connellsville will key it in at half court to begin the fourth quarter. Nice bounce pass. Oop, deflected out of bounds off McCullough. Stays Connellsville basketball. That's a cross-court pass. That was tough. Miller almost had a steal. We're going to get a foul on Miller. So, again, Connellsville keying the ball in bounds along the sideline. Nearest the announcer's table here. Gage Johnson had the ball out on top, back to Mickens. Being guarded by Dunbar. Oh, McCullough comes up with a steal. Goes in for a layup. That's his 23rd point of the game. Dunbar went for the steal. Mickens goes into the lane, a little floater. Nothing but nylon. And here we go, fast down the floor. Ziegler scores. The Indians are relentless with their pressure applied on offense. On a made basket, one pass, they get a layup. Miller, good block. Another breakout by McCullough. He goes to the left side with the right hand. A little bit of English off the glass. He's trying to make it interesting for himself. Points 24 and 25. Miller playing good defense. Mickens. Another turnover. There goes Dunbar. Just going to go in and score a layup. Turnover, Connellsville. Dylan Donovan in for Brendan McCullough. Thomas Aspinwall in for Jake Ziegler. 5:51. And we have another timeout called. It looks like it's, yes, Connellsville calling a timeout, full timeout. So we'll have to set the floor for you when Peters Township looks like they had some subs at the table there coming into the game. 83-37. Even with the running clock here in the second half, the Indians are pouring it on. And again, most of their attempts at the basket are just right around the rim. A lot of layups. Not much resistance being put up by Connellsville. Again, it's got to be tough for them. They haven't won a game all year. So after tonight's game, the Indians will have another home game against Ringgold, and that'll be February 3rd. In section play, Ringgold is 1-5. Their lone victory is against Connellsville. Overall, they're a 3-15 record. So the next opponent for the Indians here at AHN Arena, they handled rather easily on the road when they played Ringgold at Ringgold High School. So we'll see how Friday night unfolds. And after that, they go on the road to play Trinity. And they handled Trinity rather easily on their home court here at Peters Township. So the next two games, Dunbar, a little jump hook, no good. Aspinwall going for the rebound. Rebound by Connellsville. Number 4, McBride has the ball for Connellsville, looking to drive on Donovan, and he gets fouled by Donovan. Could be a 2 shots. So again, the clock won't stop until the official reports the foul to the table. So there it is. The 5:28 to go in the fourth quarter. That was Donovan's first foul. Foul shots missed. Dylan Donovan, his first foul. He has 5 points on the night. Dunbar gets the rebound. He's looking to run. Here we go. Pushes up to Mills. Offense. He must have put that left arm out and pushed off a little bit on that spin dribble. That's the only thing I can think of. As a ball handler, you can't extend that arm. If you're dribbling right, you can't push off with the left. That must have been what the official saw. Connellsville basketball. Indians backing off here a little bit. 5 minutes to go with a rather substantial lead. Miller. Jumper from number 10, no good. McBride gets the rebound. Number 12 goes in, stolen by Miller. Bounce pass, another nice pass by Donovan. Oh, Dunbar misses. Gets the offensive rebound, misses that one too. One of the few misses we've seen from him, that's for sure. Deep 3, nothing but net. Number 24, Trent Haar. We have 5 substitutes at the table. Dunbar goes in for a layup, takes a bad shot, can't connect. Nice spin. Could have been a travel. Another deep 3, nothing but air. 4-minute mark. Mills goes in for the layup. And we have a timeout by Peters Township. I think it's just to get some substitutes in the game. So we're going to have, let's see here. I saw number 10 at the table, so that's Sean Thelk. I saw number 12 at the table. That's Lucas Rost. Saw number 35 at the table. That's Jaden Greco. So Jaden and Lucas are freshmen. Sean's been in the game already. He's a sophomore. We'll see who's going to round out that 5 for Peters Township when they come back on the floor. Get some of the young guys a chance, get some varsity minutes. A nice opportunity for their parents to see him get some playing time at the varsity level. So who else is in the game? We got Mickey Vaccarella in the game as well. And let's see who that fifth player. It looks like Nick McCullough's out there as well. So Greco and Ross, the freshman, Thelk, Vaccarello, and Nick McCullough, sophomore. So a rather young group out there. A number of them have been getting a lot of experience this year, however. So we'll finish out the last 3:41. See if the coach makes any more substitutions, but I would guess these guys would finish that out here for us. Connellsville bringing the ball up against half-court pressure. Thelk guarding the ball. And we got a Vaccarella comes up with it. And we get a turnover. Lucas got the ball, and it was a Connellsville player in his path, so instead of bouncing it real quick and dribbling around, he tried to do a Euro step without putting the ball on the floor and took that extra step. So there was a travel. Thelk playing good man-to-man defense. Number 12 goes in the lane, and we're going to get a foul on Vaccarello. So number 12 is going to go to the line for. Let's see who's it. That's Case Sayer. He's going to get 2. Gets the front rim and roll. Knocks it down, 85-41. A couple substitutes for Connellsville. Looks like the Connellsville coach emptying his bench as well a little bit. Second foul shot attempt by Sayer. It's up and nothing but net. And Cage Johnson back into the game for Connellsville. Rost over to Thelk. Up to Nick McCullough. Reverses the ball to Jaden Greco. Lucas Rost. Not Matty Thelk, Sean Thelk. Like every time I see Sean, I think of his brother Matty. Sean reverses the ball over. Lucas. Vaccarella. Knocked out of bounds off of Connellsville. Indians retain possession. 2:35 with a running clock. Lucas to drive baseline. Nice pass to Jaden. He knocks down a 3. That was a nice dish from one freshman to the other. Jaden had his feet set. Good catch. Stepped into it, knocked it down. 88-42. 2:06 with a running clock. Connellsville trying to attack this man-to-man pressure. Backdoor cut. Greco comes up with a steal. Oh, another pass from Rust. Vaccarella. You know, again, one of those unselfish plays we've seen time and time again. Lucas could have went up and had a layup and got 2 in the books for himself, but no. Made the extra pass to Vaccarella for a layup. Unselfish play. Number 10 goes up against Nick McCullough. Gets his offensive rebound, puts it up, no good. Lucas Ross gets the rebound. A little behind the back dribble. Up ahead to Sean Thelk. In the corner to Jaden Greco. He's going for another one. Oh, not the same result. This is his first one. Indians basketball underneath the basket. 1:14 running clock. Jaden's going to take another one. That one's short. Vaccarella, offensive rebound. Got to get out of the paint there, Mickey. We got Nick McCullough going to the rim, but he got the ball knocked out of his hands. It stays Peters Township basketball. 45 seconds. Lucas is going to drive. He's going to go in. He's going to score. Oh, man. He put a little English on that. I don't know that he needed to. Just had to lay it in, but it didn't stay down for him. Nice drive. Connellsville, number 11, has the basketball. Barron. Nice pass. Good jumper. No good. And Thuck pulls it down. Lucas Rost. Nice ball handling. Weaving through traffic. And Jaden's just going to hold it. And that's going to put a wrap on this one, folks. Coming down 5 seconds to go, but again, another impressive victory by Peters Township, 90-42. The Indians continue to put points on the board as one of the highest scoring teams in 5A basketball. And after tonight's win, they're going to be at 6-1 as they head into the Ringgold game on the 3rd of February. So from Peters Township AHN Arena, that's a wrap for Peters Township Community Television.